A lot of people have heard that the best move is to wait until 70 to take Social Security. And for some folks, that might be true. But here's the thing. What if I told you that by taking it at 62 might actually be one of the smartest financial decisions you could make? Bold claim, right? Well, by the end of this video, I think you'll see why it's not as crazy as it sounds, because here's the truth. Life isn't just about waiting for the biggest possible Social Security check. Your financial needs, your lifestyle, your health, all those things matter too. And if all you've ever been told is to just wait, then I want to offer 4 reasons why it might make sense to collect Social Security at 62. And if we haven't met yet, my name's Christian Klassen, and I created this channel to help people like you get the most out of retirement. Reason number 1, you need the income at 62. Let's start out with the most straightforward reason. You need this income. I'll never forget my very first client. She was a nurse, she worked hard her whole life, and she saved well. But by the time she hit 62, she was just worn out. She and her husband wanted to travel and make memories and have experiences while they still had the energy, better known as the go-go years. And for her, waiting to take Social Security did not add anything meaningful financially or personally. But by taking it at 62, it allowed her the freedom to actually enjoy the money she'd worked for. And I've seen this with others too. People save, they plan, but then they almost forget to live. And if you're not working and the money from Social Security would help cover your expenses, I'd argue it's okay to claim at 62, and it might actually prevent you from racking up debt or having to sell investments during a downturn. So sometimes that peace of mind is worth more than a bigger check later. Reason number 2 is that you're eligible for a survivor's benefit. Here's where the strategy starts to come into play, and the math is especially important for this reason. So if you're eligible for a survivor's benefit, it might make sense to file early, and here's why. Social Security doesn't combine your own benefit and the survivor's benefit. You get whichever one is higher, but, and this is key, you can switch benefits later. So let's walk through an example to show how this works. Let's say your own benefit at full retirement age is $1,900 and the survivor benefit is $2,150. Now let's say you want to file at 62, and so your benefit drops to around $1,330 and the survivor benefit drops to about $1,736. Now here's the smart part. Instead of taking your own reduced benefit, you could file just for the survivor benefit at 62. Collect that $1,736 per month and let your own benefit keep growing in the background. Then at age 70, you switch back to your benefit, which is now worth around $2,356 per month. And that's not even including cost of living adjustments. So instead of choosing one path forever, you're using both benefits at the right time to maximize income. Now, before we jump into the next reason, let me ask you something. Have you ever actually run the numbers on how much you need to retire confidently? I put together the How Much to Retire quiz, and a lot of people are surprised by this number, and it can really help put decisions like when to take Social Security into better context. I'll drop a link in the description below. You can pause now, take it real quick, or finish the video and check it out after. All right, let's keep going. Now, the third reason to claim early is that your spousal benefit will be higher later. Let's talk about spousal benefits, because this is another situation where claiming early might still be the right move. And the strategy I'm talking about is called the split strategy. And it works especially well if one spouse had a much higher income history and they plan to delay filing to get the maximum benefit. So let's say your benefit at 62 is $1,000 and your spouse's benefit at full retirement age is $3,000. That means your spousal benefit would be up to $1,500. But if you file early before full retirement age, your spousal benefit gets reduced, maybe down to around $1,300. So while the split strategy is better at full retirement age, again, still, that $1,300 is more than your $1,000 benefit. So in this case, you could start your benefit early and then switch to your spousal benefit once your spouse claims. Yes, there's a reduction, but you're still getting more income than if you only took your own benefit, and you're starting to receive income earlier. Finally, reason number 4 is if you have health issues or lower life expectancy. Now, this one's tough, but it matters. So if you have health concerns or a family history that suggests you may not live into your late 80s or 90s, it might make sense to start benefits earlier. I mean, if you wait until 70 and then you only live a few more years, you've missed out on years of income you could have used and enjoyed. Obviously, we're not promised tomorrow, but medical science today is pretty good at giving us a sense of what's ahead and if you're going to be facing something serious. So it might be better to start receiving your benefits now and make the most of the years you do have. Smaller checks for more years can sometimes add up to more than bigger checks for fewer years. So, is taking Social Security at 62 the right move for everybody? Of course not. But for some people, especially those who need the income, have survivor benefits available, are part of a spousal strategy, or are facing health challenges, these reasons can be a really smart move as part of considering taking Social Security early. The key here is knowing your options, making a plan that fits your life, and not just following a rule of thumb that says wait until 70 no matter what. So if you found this helpful, drop a comment and let me know your situation. I'd love to hear when you're thinking about claiming and why. And don't forget to check out the retirement quiz link below if you want a quick snapshot of where you stand. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.